Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday we did a video and gave a realistic price target for Ecomi. If you haven't yet seen that, I suggest you will watch that, and that is basically based on whether that's based on the scenario where not much changes with the Ecomi team. However, they basically follow the trend of the overall market and trend to the upside. So we gave our price predictions based on that. However, now we're going to talk about when can Ecomi realistically begin to take off. So another important video. Now what we're going to do firstly is we're going to do a quick recap, and again, if you watch my videos, it's important that you do constantly review these recaps. You watch these videos in depth, etc., because you're not only going to understand Ecomi, but you're going to have a more deeper insight into the overall market itself, right? So very, very important. Now let's get straight into it. So of course there's a few things that are in the way, right? Now in yesterday's video I did say we can hit that price target if things stayed the same, but there was caveats. Number one was Bitcoin basically rallying, because we know when Bitcoin rallies, the overall market moves with it. So that's step one. We need Bitcoin to start moving. So let me just, if I'm going to highlight these points just so you can see. So point one, BTC to start moving. Then we're going to do step two. We need NFT tokens to start moving as well. So we're going to focus on these 2 points to begin with, guys. We need these 2 things to take place, right? Let me just delete this. It's very important. Let's just go back. Point 2, delete this. Okay, so point 1, we need BTC to start moving, because if Bitcoin starts moving, then obviously that'll be the catalyst for the overall market to start moving. But of course, that could only, let's just say Bitcoin goes back up to all-time highs, then potentially we could see Ecomi, let's say, move 100% from where it is, and essentially all we do is go back within our broken range, which, let's be honest, if you have been holding this for quite some time, still isn't going to be exciting for you. Now of course, if you've been adding positions at this area here, or you of course are new and you've just started buying positions at this area, then 100% is going to be great, right? And now let's say Bitcoin can hit all-time highs by the middle of May. Well, in fact, let's just say the end of May. So let's say Bitcoin hits all-time highs by the end of May. Ecomi moves up 100%, which brings us really just, it doesn't even bring us inside the range, it brings us to the resistance of the range, which is 100%, and that's this area here. I'm just going to highlight this. So literally Ecomi pulls up 100% to this target area when Bitcoin hits all-time highs, which is a 100% move. It's not a small move. We're not going to pretend it's a small move. That is quite a large move. But of course, if you've been holding this for quite some time, it's still not going to impress you. So that's the move. So what do we need to start what do we need for Ecomi to start moving further? So now, once Bitcoin starts to move, we now need NFT and gaming tokens to also start their rallies, right? Very important that you guys understand this. Just because Bitcoin moves, just because altcoins generally start move, or DeFi's or other projects start to move, it doesn't necessarily mean that NFT tokens will start to move, which is what we need to happen in order for Ecomi to also move as well, right? So we need NFT tokens to start moving. Now, when this happens, what can we expect, right? So current NFT token market cap is around $25 to $28 billion. Let's call it $25 to $30 billion at the moment, right? Let's say that grows to around, let's just say 40 billion. No, in fact, we're going to say 50 billion. So another 20 billion is now added onto the total NFT tokens by market cap. And then what we should see happen is the tokens with value are going to start to move, which is going to be, in my opinion, Ecomi. Ecomi will be one of those coins. Now, what will we see happen? We will see price go back above 0.5%. I think we will see a total of you know, I'm gonna say I want to say price will retest the top of this range, which is 86% move. I think it's very, very realistic. I know some of you may be thinking 20 billion added on top. Shouldn't Omi, go to all-time highs? Not necessarily, guys, because remember, we also have to factor in Ecomi's progress, right? So exchange listings, right? Exchange listings, that will be the catalyst to whether, if 20 billion's added and we are still on the same exchanges, unfortunately we will just see price maybe go up to this area here, which is 83% move from where we are. Let me just delete this. It's 83% move from where we are. Again, still a massive move. We can't pretend that that's not a small move, but the issue is it only brings us to where we basically areas which we've already seen. Now this is going to excite a lot of people. It's going to be like, okay, we're finally moving now. But of course the naysayers are going to say we've seen this all before. We've seen Omi rally alongside the market, but then of course take a massive dive, as we've seen here. We've seen a pullback here, and of course we've seen the biggest, one of the second biggest pullback, which would be this area here, right? Now if we do have exchange listings by this point, then of course we can easily see Omi hit all-time highs fairly simply. Fairly simply. And one thing that you guys need to know is we could see, let's say, 3 to 400% move happen within the space of 2 months. It can actually happen in 1 month. But again, we're going to be realistic here. We're going to be conservative. And we're going to do this over the space of 3 months. So let's just say it's already the end of May. Bitcoin's hit all-time highs. We've gone up 100%. Then NFT token starts to move. In June, we see price go up to the 86% area. So we're back above the 1 cent area, edging towards 1 cent. And then, of course, I think June we'll see parabolic rally across the board, which should bring us up to all-time highs, right? Should bring us up to all-time highs. But let's go back to the point of this video, guys, right? The point is, when does Omi start to move? And as you guys can see, we have a few catalysts here in our way. You'll notice that nothing that I've mentioned so far has anything to do with licenses, new licenses, etc. Because as we've seen, that hasn't really been a major mover of this market. And again, you can backtest that. No real major move has happened on license agreements that is anything to be noted of significance. But we do know exchange listings will add more volume, will add more buyers to this market, etc. It will basically broaden Omi's market. And of course, without BTC moving, we're not going to get NFT tokens moving anyway, right? So this is the 3 most important things to note here, guys. Firstly, and I'm going to go over it again. In fact, before I continue, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, click the bell notification icon so you can stay up to date with all my recent videos. Remember, guys, nothing that you see in this video is financially advised, so always make sure to do your own independent research. With that being said, pause the video, click the link in my description, and join the Telegram group so you can stay up to date with all my recent updates, news updates, technical updates, and much more. Anyway, so guys, step 1, we need Bitcoin to start moving. Already taking place as we speak. Then we need NFT tokens, that sector of the market, to start moving. We think that Omi will be a real beneficiary of money being poured into that segment of the market. And then of course, number 3, which is, to be honest, something very, very important. I know that the Ecomi team want to take their time with this, but I don't think they realize how important the exchange listings is. It's probably one of the most important factors in this step as well, for us to see nice parabolic rallies to take us beyond our realistic price point, which was only a 650% move, to be honest with you. To take us beyond that so-called realistic price target, we need to see this exchange listing. The team, they want to wait for full utility and then do this step by step, but the race is against the clock. If we do not do this whilst the market is bullish, and Ecomi decides to do all these things when we're in a bear market, etc., it's kind of pointless, right? Because people aren't going to be buying they're not going to be buying, they're going to be selling on the market. And the last sector of the market that people will be buying is NFT tokens anyway. NFT tokens will be the first and the largest hit when it comes to that market sell-off. You're going to see coins fall as low as 95%, right? So Ecomi team needs to really think this through, and this will be a massive reward for all their long-term holders, all the people that were in early. So they should just get this done. Waiting around for utility is just pointless in my opinion. Take advantage of the current market that we are in. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Going to be doing more of these kind of breakdowns because I think it's very important for you guys to understand the type of things that will move the market. Now, of course, in the comment section, you're going to get people talking about, no, we need this to happen. No, we need OMI utility. No, we need, guys, none of that is going to be a catalyst for OMI to make those parabolic runs. It's just not the case. It doesn't work. You could look at many different coins, anything. This is just a clear blueprint for pretty much most coins, right? Which is why Shiba Inu has had a massive parabolic rally even despite the market being down, because they've been listed on Robinhood. Exchange listings are important and they do drive trading volume and much more. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Until the next update, seize the day.